welcome back to We Play Games. I'm Walker, and here we are playing Quim of the Brazil Rebellion in Far From Home. So we are the descendant of a fallen dynasty in Brazil. A member of that family came north, and we had been planning to play as this character here, Commodore Nigel the Navigator, but he just got completely rolled by the Brazilian claimant, and I figured it would be more fun to try to restore the power of this family here. And so that's what we're doing. The father was a brilliant military commander, but unfortunately he got wounded in battle, and it became infected, and he died. And so now our son, Quim, who is really only good at intrigue, has managed to become the king. Oh, we made a friend. Excellent. Sure, we'll groom an heir. Quim is going to be interested in having a child here. The Russians are coming. Whoa. Well, all right. So we'll see if California can resist the Russian invasion. Oh, it looks like, in fact, the Yudkos were not able to hold on. Yeah, Wallace only reigned for 12 years, and then he died and was succeeded by Gus the Grizzly, and now an entirely new dynasty is in control of California. That's fun, because I think the way that I'm going to wrap this campaign up is that we are going to, once we get Brazil, we'll come over here to the eastern seaboard to fight the Redcoats, then we'll come over here and we'll choose a nomad, and that nomad we will take to the heights of power out here, and then we'll have them invade California and establish sort of like a Yuan state or a Manchu state. But meanwhile, down here, we gotta decide, are we gonna try to fight Bolivar without our holy order? I would prefer to just gain control of Bolivar immediately, so that way we can remove this new administration penalty as quickly as possible, because it is pretty crippling in terms of your military strength if all of your territories have new administrations. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna fight the first battle with the event troops, because that's what they're going to be best at, and then we'll let the siege fall to our regulars. Won the first big battle, and then with Ciudad Bolivar under our control, we will have a true imperial capital, and now we can catch them and destroy them. Yep. So we're just going to be smashing. This is going to use some of our event troops. We are definitely starting to run low on the resources that we came north with. Whoa. All right. So Russia established itself in the far north up here. We'll see how far they can colonize. All right. So we're fighting another battle down here. Ciudad Piar. It looks like, oh man, it looks like we're going to get only barely winning this battle. Holy cow. But we did capture the leader of Apure. Ransom you for 385 gold. All right, we have gained control of Ciudad Bolivar, which is going to be our new capital. We can only move it during peacetime, but that's okay. We will move that soon. We're only at 73 of the realm size required for us to launch an invasion of Brazil. We could go down here to protect these guys, but like you're supposed to be strong enough to protect yourself by now, Giorgio. Now we're at peace, so we can make Ciudad de Bolivar our new capital. We joined the Bankers Guild, and now we are helping the bank, hopefully so that they will help us in turn, because we are going to need enormous volumes of gold. Not even have to sail a massive fleet out to the Leeward Antilles. They're just going to come down here, we can destroy them, and then we'll all feel really great about this. Are they fool enough to come back? It would appear as though they are fool enough to come back. Good, we captured him. Enforced demands. Quim is going to become a master of seduction, because he's not content with just having one child out here. I think he wants to secure his dynasty's survival, and so he's gonna have probably a couple of marriages on the side. Well, there's some really severe border war going on over here. I think we need to help them out. I think if we were to invade here and take control of Barcelona, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. 1,800 troops, even with the massive defensive bonuses they're going to get, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, so our vassals are doing some conquering on their own, which is really helpful. 100% war score. Boom. Enforced demands. You know what, we're going to recharge our forces for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and liberate Gran Caracas here, and then we'll be well on our way to actually taking control of Venezuela. All right, so Luz of Apure is the new queen out here. She's been in charge for about 8 years after some succession issues after the death of Soledad. Pretty big potential vassal ally as well as hordes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to declare a liberate Gran Caracas. And then we're not going to mess around. We are going to go ahead and hire our holy order. I want to make sure that we get the most value out of that as we can. Unfortunately, this does mean that Ramiro's host is basically just going to be able to pillage without check out here, but you know, sometimes the problems of your vassals are the problems of your vassals. Now we're just throwing our event troops into the meat grinder, but I really do think that the way we're gonna get strong enough to invade Brazil is probably through money. Ooh. Oh man, California has lost control of territory to Beikoku. So there was an invasion from Japan, and that took out this big chunk here of Gran Francisco. This is going to be interesting if California can keep it together. If not, then it'll be like a reconquest of Cedic lands whenever we get around to it. We're going to get to 100 war score just by attacking here. Yeah, you surrender under those terms, do you? I bet you do. Anywhere that there is settled life in here, I think I want to take control of it. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and use the Liberate Guarico war goal here, and we're going to just take our troops that we had marshaled, which was the Holy Order and our event troops, and send them crashing in. We're just going to keep ignoring Georgetown. Again, if these guys were loyal, then I'd be a lot more interested in protecting them. We're going to start getting some territory in the Caribbean accidentally, because we're going to have pirates that are going to be working for us. This is a really interesting and tenuous situation that we found ourselves in up here. We're quite powerful militarily, but our technology is so far behind that we really do have a lot of work to do there. Oh, Washington has been conquered by consumerists? Whoa. So consumerists have really blobbed out here. Yeah, wow. So there was the Scout Crusade took control of Washington, but then it was conquered back by the consumerist high chairman, Stephen. But yeah, now there's consumerists that have stepped in to fight against the Holy Colombian Confederacy. Oh, and Georgia has broken free. They're Anglican. Ooh, whereas it's evangelical in the main HCC, so that's actually like going to be a meaningful split. Georgia is probably going to fight for independence long term. We're down to 700 event spawned troops. Well, so much for preserving them to fight against Brazil. We won that little war. Boy, we're out of gold. It's going to be insanely expensive for us to build this, but we're going to need to if we want to hold on to it. Ramiro has done me the favor of declaring war on us, which means that now we can raise the Holy Order without paying any upkeep to them. All right, so now we have the enemy accidentally, I did not plan this out, but the enemy is attacking into really bad conditions here, and we landed a navy like right as they got locked. So it looks like this was all planned, but in reality, it was not. In reality, the enemy just got really unlucky that they moved right into our logistical path, and we just raffle stomped them. All right, we defeated Ramiro. Unfortunate that we don't get that, 1,000 gold that he farmed up, but understandable, I suppose. Intervention for Hudsonia. All right, so the Americanists are invading Hudsonia. That might be interesting, because that is not a kingdom that is traditionally Americanist. And the territories that are traditionally Americanist have been completely overrun with consumerists. So I'd be curious what would happen there. All right, it looks like Brazil is having unrest. That makes sense. This is a dynasty that is illegitimate. My brother has decided to put his name forward to be my new spy master instead of our mother, but he has finally surpassed her in ability, so thank you for your service, Mom. You may retire now. So right now this is a clash of civilizations. Nomads had spilled all the way over to here, and this Brazilian family has been pushing back against them, and thereby gaining some legitimacy here far from home. The nice thing, of course, is that any sort of liberation war doesn't count as a holy war, and therefore won't slow us down if we want a holy war somewhere else. So yeah, we'll go ahead and attack for the remainder of the Guarico Duchy out here. 10,000 troops, that's more than enough. Just go seize it. We'll go up there and just drive off these peasant rebels, and looks like Apure is mostly just gonna observe us because they don't have the strength to beat us. That's one of their vassals, that's why they aren't even intervening. Yep, put down a machete revolt. And we didn't even spend really a lot of money in this war because we got so much from prisoners. Yeah, what happened with Hudsonia? Are they still fighting up here? Yeah, Hudsonia looks like is going to win the war against the Americanists. That's not surprising. It's disappointing, but it's not surprising. You know what? We're also getting pretty close to winning this war, so I'm going to go ahead and just start a plot to kill him. They have come out to fight us. We're gonna get it? Yeah, we should be all right. Oh, one of our flanks almost collapsed, but only almost. And that was all we needed. Siege everything down, win those battles, and all right, you know what? Yeah, we'll grant you the remainder of your territory back. All right, so we've now established this one surviving dude who held on out here, Tres Potentias. We established him as the new total lord here, and because he became so enamored with us, he's content, and we gave him a bunch of land. He was willing to convert to the apostolic faith, which is going to make it a lot easier for us to hold on to control up here. Oh my god, Alvino's host is down. All these hosts, get out of here. And this is why you gotta clear nomads out of here when you can. Dom Quim has three legitimate children and like 9 illegitimate children here. Oh no, Manuel, he died not knowing the name of his killer. Oh my god, they have 4,000 event spawned troops down there. I was gonna say it looks like they've done us the good deed of unifying, but 4,000 event troops, we are not going to be able to attack them anytime soon. Plus, they have a high intrigue skill. That's a pretty scary Bolivar. Our massive fortune that our father crossed with has been spent. Although it's been spent, I think, productively. We've been building an empire and building resources in that empire. Let's go ahead and liberate Gran Caracas from one of these little nomad lords that's left over. We're going to try not to have to rely on our Holy Order because it's very expensive and we need a lot of money in order to get strong enough to attack Brazil. We can field a pretty respectable sized army even though we have lost literally all of our event troops now. Again, we have an unrest isolationist Brazil. Ooh, Alberte is a brilliant strategist, is he? All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make sure that Alberte is the character who's really gonna lead this invasion, and we'll get him really groomed to perfection. We'll have him assemble a mercenary company, which will also hopefully give him some nice extra stats and boost him as a military commander. Yeah, we lost a lot more troops than we killed, but that's okay. All we needed to do was gain Carabobo. And now we can liberate Falcon, and that would be really cool because then we'd come into contact with these guys. This is the Macondo Republic that has control over a lot of northern Venezuela, and if we can start fighting holy wars in that direction and then liberation wars against our nomads out here, we can get ourselves, I think, like I said, I think our goal is that Alberte will be the king who will actually lead the army back into Brazil, and Dom Quim is the one who's setting him up for it. But I think we can do that. I think we have the military resources and financial resources, hopefully, to get there. But we are going to go ahead, liberate Falcon, raise vassal levies. We're going to hire Alberte just so that way he keeps getting prestige and battle experience and stuff. Oh, some of our troops are not going to make it. Oh, unless we stick our organizer on them. Good. Our brother just conquered Libertador. Like, our vassals are starting to get strong enough and pushy enough that they're going to start taking land for themselves, which means that we don't even have to pay the money for it. Not really. Dom Quim the Great. Things are stable. Well, that cannot last. Maybe we don't even need the Holy Order. Yeah, because Apure is like really getting attacked on all sides right now because they got a little too big. And then we assassinated their queen, and things are not going particularly well for them now. Alberte, unfortunately, is going to be saddled with an enormous number of illegitimate brothers and sisters. 3 legitimate kids and like 22 children or something like that is going to be probably the final score here. Yeah, Alberte is now a brave and zealous character. We don't need lopsided battles to win these. We just need battles. We just need victories. Yep, we're still gonna win. It's going to be harder, but we are going to win. And that was useful for Alberte. He's getting a lot of prestige. We'll start conquering the territory around Lake Maracaibo. It's another pretty big population center, so I think it's reasonable. And this is going to be a hard fight because here we have a 22 martial leader over there. Wow. Oh my god. The only thing that's helping us is that they are under attack from everywhere. There are a couple of hosts that are attacking them, and then we are sneaking in right behind. Now all of the allies really are starting to pour in. Fortunately, we should be okay, but they really are coming out of the woodwork. Aguas is secured. Alright, yeah, the Gran Caracas is indeed going to march in to support the Royal Army. The Machete have risen up to try to defeat us, but again, they rose up at a very inconvenient time for them. Ooh, and now Teobaldo, an ambitious, brilliant strategist. That guy's going to be a problem. I can just see it now. He's gonna try to invade and defeat Alberta. Oh, and it looks like our brother is launching a liberation against Monagas. So yeah, the more that our vassals participate in this war to liberate territory from the Nomads, the better things will be for everybody. Oh, they're gonna go ahead and just surrender. Oh no, our brother is gonna lose this war against Apure? I mean, that sounds like a skill issue, brother. We have been doing a lot to ruin Apure's day. Omar's host. Just get out of here. Ah, our son has been contracted to fight on the behalf of our brother. Bolivar is going to be on our short list of things that we're aiming to conquer before succession. This army is way bigger than it needs to be in order to put down this candomblé. Sure. Yeah, we'll keep empowering Alberte. By empowering our son with more troops, we are indirectly helping our brother. We're also making sure that whenever Alberte succeeds, he's gonna come with a giant fortune. The Royal Army is so big that I'm just not worried about the fact that we have to cross some minor rivers and they get to fight in the jungle. Our army is like 5 times bigger. There we go. It looks like my brother may in fact win this war. Excellent. So all of that extra military strength that we sent to our son actually probably ended up pushing him over the edge. All right, yeah, it's time to finish off Bolivar. Without Octavio the Conqueror around, they are just not a real threat anymore. Our son is up to, oh my god, he's up to 2,000 troops available. We are going to declare war for Gran Sabana. Long gone are the days when we had all of the best commanders over here. Now we are kind of relying on trash. Alberte Stonewall, you and your enormous fortune that you're going to be coming back with are going to be pretty helpful. Because your old man has spent a lot of money on stupid stuff. We built a really expensive city too. I was greedy, that's why. Uh-oh, and Dom Quim has given up the ghost. He has died of severe stress. And so now we have Dom Alberte Stonewall. Oh, Dom Alberte, he lost a hand while he was out there. Alright, well that's fine. I think that's fun. He can still be like a really, really capable military commander with only one hand. Because he's a military commander with his mind. His personal combat skill is not going to be particularly good, but hopefully we can make good on the promise here and have Dom Alberte Stonewall raise a giant army, conquer the rest of what he needs to get up to 300 realm size, and then launch an invasion against Brazil, because we still have down here these candomblé rebels who threw our ancestors out, but we are getting pretty strong here, and we have a holy order that's basically going to be permanently hired by us. We are a very, very capable military commander, even though we have only one hand after our long exploration, and we haven't even gotten married yet. We've been waiting to get married. We've been waiting until we assumed the throne to get married, so now we're gonna have to find a wife for us, and of course we have like 10 million siblings, most of which are illegitimate, because our father, Dom Quim the Great of the Brazil Rebellion, was quite the lusty man. Alright, that's Walker, and that's the second part of our Far From Home campaign here on We Play Games. Take care.